You've almost arrived at Cordona. I can see land through.
So much for docking by tea time. The captain seemed more interested in his maids than in his maps.
Oh, is Sherlock grumpy? Cheer up. We're back where we grew up. It's exciting. What's changed? What's the same?
Ugh. I'm starting to question whether the weeks-long journey was worth it. Travelling all this way, enduring this indignity simply to visit a grave. Even if it is my mother's.
Ah, that's just Mycroft's nonsense, still rattling around in your head. Try to forget what he said. I have.
I believe it was that this is a performative farce, a feeble excuse to avoid responsibilities, and that there was nothing to be gained from it.
You needed to do this. Enough of the self-pity and doubt. So we're a little late. What of it? We'll retire to the hotel and visit her in the morning. It'll be worth it.
Thank you, John.
And if you want to notify the captain's wife of his indiscretions, I will not stand in your way.
Ah, at last. I'm quite ready to get off this cursed boat.
Come on. We'll go together.
Welcome to Il Palazzo de Lusso, sir. If you need something, sir, please inquire.
Welcome to Il Palazzo di Lusso, sir. We just need your signature. Would you kindly sign these papers, sir?
There you are.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Yes, we have room 221 prepared for you. I see it was reserved for 2 people. Would you like a second key?
Oh, no, I think we'll stick together.
Very good. Rooms are upstairs, sir. Welcome to Cordona.
Hurry up, Sherlock. I want to see our room. I hope there's a balcony with a view. Hurry up, Sherlock. I want to see our room. I hope there's a balcony with a view.
Would you like a drink, sir? Would you like a drink, sir?
Your room is upstairs, sir. Number 221.
I apologize, sir, but your room is not yet ready. Perhaps, in the meantime, you would like to relax in the foyer? Tonight, the restaurant is offering a complimentary in ceviche to all our guests.
Let's check what they have on offer. Hey, Sherry, just our luck.
If seafood's not to your taste, everyone loves Benedict spatch, our poached eggs with hollandaise sauce. If seafood's not to your taste, everyone loves Benedict spatch, our poached eggs with hollandaise sauce.
Pardon, monsieur, but I am not in the mood to talk.
Hey, Sherry, just our luck.
A medium, John. Haven't we been through this already?
Come on, it's not like we've got anything better to do.
Excuse me, sir, but I believe Mr. Galich is conducting a séance at the moment. Perhaps you'd care to have your portrait drawn while you wait?
Why?
Pardon me?
Why should I sit for a portrait?
Sir, it's art. It doesn't need a why. It is its own justification.
All things require justification, be they objects, systems, or beliefs.
How about art as the lens through which we see the truth of the world?
That's backward. Truth is not subjective and not complicated. It's just the truth. It either is or it isn't. You do not need a lens to see it, just an open mind.
Ha! That seems rather close-minded. Truth, like beauty, is in the eye of the beholder. So tell me, what do you see?
Mediocrity.
Come now, Sherry, what did he do to deserve that? The servant mentioned ceviche at the bar, Sherry. You should grab us some, and I'll find us a table. I'm starving.
Okay, time to check if John found us a nice...
If seafood's not to your taste, everyone loves Benedict spatch, our poached eggs with hollandaise sauce.
Sherry, I'm over here with my new earth.
Cordona's even quieter than I remembered. It's going to be a long evening.
Ah, come now, Sherry. What say we amuse ourselves with a little game?
What were you thinking? Oh, promise me it isn't nonsense. After being cooped up on that boat, I am itching for activity.
No. As you can see, someone left a cane on our table. I simply thought you could identify its owner.
Ah, so it is nonsense. It'll take me a minute, John, at most.
Well then, you can deliver it to him as well.
Deliver it to him? Then what are the staff here for? Aesthetics?
Stubborn, Sherry, too stubborn. You wanted something to do.
Slapping oneself in the face is also something to do. That doesn't make it worthwhile. But all right, let me take a look. The hand grip is a head of a golden Javanese statue, probably stolen from a temple. The dents suggest it has been used as a bludgeon. The cane is made of ebony, it's worn uncared for, and bears the scars of numerous hits. A crest depicting a bulb of garlic in a meadow, perhaps the Fielding family or Meadows, or Craven, from the Old English name meaning garlic place. This cane is an expensive and ostentatious weapon. Its owner must be vain, volatile, and of noble English blood.
Take it with you, Sherry. Let's return it to its owner. All right, I hope you noted down your observations in your casebook. But how are you going to find this nobleman?
The cane itself is not enough. I may have to ask other guests if they saw who was here.
Pardon, monsieur, but I am not in the mood to talk.
Do you know anything about this?
That's a question I can answer.
Well, even with your keen senses, Sherry, I doubt you'll find the cane's owner on your first try.
And would you be confident enough to bet on it, my friend?
Why not? Let's see how good you really are. I didn't see the owner, Sherry, so I can't help you find him.
May I ask you something?
I can't help you, friend.
Do you know anything about this?
I can't help you with that, sir.
May I ask for your assistance?
My dear fellow, you're talking to the right man.
Hey, Sherry, don't we now have the perfect excuse to visit the seance?
I'm just going to give the cane to its owner. You will not persuade me to take part in this show. Do you know anything about this?
I would never deny you, sir, but I know nothing about this.
This hotel, this island, it's full of thieves. First my cane, now the diamond. Take your hands off me! Do you even know who I am? Hey, boy! That's my cane!
I get that a lot. It's a very common design.
What? No, that's a custom-made.
A joke. A joke. It was left at my table in the restaurant. I thought it deserved to be returned.
Well, I'll be... It is rare to encounter a straight-fingered true penny these days. What a gentleman. But I must ask, how did you know I was the rightful owner?
Simple deduction. Your cane told me everything I needed to know. I was after a strong, middle-aged man with a keen interest in adventure, noble blood, and affection for strong drink. And if one were to go further, one may even be able to extrapolate your name from your heraldic symbol, Lord Craven.
Marvelous. Simply marvelous. That's me, Lord Andrew Craven. You are the real medium. You hear that, Emma? Well, you found my cane. Perhaps you can locate my diamond, too. Yes, you should do it. It will be child's play for you, Mr.
Holmes. And if a child can do it, then I'm sure the local police can suffice.
The police? Why bother? I know this harlequin stole it. The only question is, where is it hidden? Fine. Give me my stick and I'll resolve the matter myself. This thief almost confessed after a single punch.
I suspect a beating may result in answers of questionable veracity. Fine. I shall spare you and he the trouble if you first answer me this. You insist the medium robbed you during the seance. But what occurred exactly?
Ah! It was a dirty trick. We were sitting here in the dark, chanting and holding hands, as expected. Then something began to appear from the medium, like a cloud or a bubble. The swindler called it ectoplasm.
Ah, yes. Common in the spiritualist trade, and quite the spectacle.
Indeed, perhaps too much. My beloved Emma screamed in horror, and I stood to defend her, attacking that cursed ghost.
How brave.
But my hand hit nothing. The medium jumped away from me, and Emma fainted. I lit the candle, and the diamond was gone.
How does a priceless diamond become the subject of a séance? It is an unusual accoutrement.
Emma wished to speak with its former owners. My grandfather told us it belonged to a Rajah, an Indian king.
So you were summoning long-dead Indian royalty, and, pray tell, you were expecting him to converse in English?
To be frank, Mr. Holmes, I don't believe in ghosts. But Emma was fascinated by the idea of meeting a real king, even a dead one.
Well, a crown is a crown. Can you describe the stone itself?
A yellow diamond, not less than 100 carats, and perfectly egg-shaped. There is not another like it.
Stay here, and don't touch anything. I'm going to investigate further.
Don't fret, I'll be keeping a close eye on this thief.
Pale skin, quickened pulse, unsteady breathing. She's barely conscious. The feebleness of women.
Really, Sherry? Poor thing.
The diamond was placed on the table so that all participants could reach it. This must be the ectoplasm. Too bad there's not enough for a proper chemical analysis.
Ectoplasm. The ghost was here, Sherry.
Half a glass of Balblair scotch and the remains of a Paul Aranaga cigar. What else does a gentleman need? This must be the ectoplasm. Too bad there's not enough for a proper chemical analysis. There are light traces of rouge on the edge of this wine glass. This brooch is old and cheap, but the moth design has its charms. Was this covered on purpose?
Of course. It is very dangerous to leave a mirror exposed during a séance. The spirits may become in the...
Or someone may notice the trick they should not see. What happened here?
I don't know. The ghost. I summoned it as usual, but then it all went wrong. The lady screamed and pointed at Lord Craven. And there was a shadow. Such a mystical force. It terrified the lady. And it must have taken the diamond. Who else could have?
Do you feel the presence of any supernatural entities at the moment?
Are you joking, sir? My nose is broken, this maniac wants to kill me, and you're asking about the spirits?
I suppose this can wait. I will investigate, and the culprit will be identified.
But this stubborn brute Lord Craven blames me right now. As if I could do something like that. Perhaps you can reason with him? Please?
Seems like you're ready to delve into your mind palace, Sherry. I'm sure you'll make some good deductions.
Thank you for helping us resolve the situation, sir. Thank you for helping us resolve the situation, sir.
This hefty chair has nearly broken after hitting the wall. Could one man even lift it?
At Cambridge, I was captain of the rugby team. It was no place for weaklings.
Oh, I love the ambience. Nice and creepy.
It seems there may have been an unexpected visitor outside the window.
Ah, I hope it was the ghost of the Raja.
This looks recent. A shoe with a broken heel will surely leave scratches. All right, John. Do you think a ghost could leave this footprint?
I'm reserving judgment. Use your keen eye to follow the trail.
Size 4 with a broken heel.
Thank you for helping us resolve the situation, sir.
I didn't take the diamond, I swear.
Such a shame that Inspector Placido vanished. I'd feel much safer with him handling this.
Size 4 with a broken heel. Rose de Moore. All the maids in the hotel wear this exact shoe.
So definitely not the ghost of a Raja. Unless... No, what a shame.
Our witness was a nosy maid.
This reminds me of the fairy tale,
Searching
Sherry.
the entire
Will
hotel
you find your
difficult.
princess?
Perhaps the other maids can help us find her.
This reminds me of the fairy tale, Sherry. Will you find your princess? This reminds me of the fairy tale, Sherry. Will you find your princess?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Oh, yes. I can tell you everything, sir.
Help me, please.
Don't be angry, sir, but I truly don't know.
Is this familiar to you?
Don't be angry, sir, but I truly don't know.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
Help me, please.
Sir, I don't know. Try asking someone else.
Finally, there you are. One would think a maid would be easy to find in this place.
I'm sorry, sir. Do you need more towels?
No, no. You are the maid who saw the ghost in the seance room, yes?
How did you know?
Simple. You changed shoes after breaking a heel while fleeing the scene.
I'm sorry, sir, but if I may ask, who are you?
I'm a novelist documenting the supernatural and those who witness it. Now, should you take a starring role in the tale, I will need your name.
Oh my. A book? And you want to include me? I'm Lucia. Lucia Saletta.
Something went wrong during the seance, Lucia, but no one will tell me what happened. You would be a valuable interview if you were there.
I was. And I saw everything with my own eyes.
Describe what happened during the seance.
A lady and two gentlemen were sitting at a table, touching their hands to something. The medium started to whisper and chant, and a ghost appeared.
A ghost? You're confident?
It was unearthly, sir. It grew from the medium's chest. A glowing cloud or a bubble. I pressed closer against the window to see better.
And the lady saw you?
How did you... Yes! She screamed and pointed, so I hurried to escape, and I broke my heel. But I did see the ghost. A sickly, evil thing.
And that's all you can tell me? Did you see any of what happened next?
The medium, Mr. Galici, he was doing something with the ghost. He grabbed at it like he was trying to catch it. And then I ran.
I suppose I should be grateful you endured these horrors for such a long time. All right, I have your account memorized. Good day.
You lied to the poor girl, Sherry. What a tease. She'll dream about being a character of that book.
Surely a pleasant dream is better than no dream at all, John.
Oh, let's get back to the crime scene. I always love seeing you explain simple things to simpletons.
Lady Craven retired to her room to rest. Lord Craven remained here until the staff reported that the medium was locked in his room.
It all began when the lady screamed and pointed at the window. Lord Craven jumped up, ready to face anything, ghost or human. The medium shrank back in dismay. He was not expecting such a reaction and had to quickly hide the ghost. The lady was the only one left touching the diamond, at least until she fainted.
Amazing. It's like you saw it with your own eyes, sir.
Oh, I forgot that you were here. I guess I should discuss all of this with Lady Craven.
The Cravens are upstairs in room 226. It is one of our finest suites.
If the lady was touching a diamond, then she would have felt the ghost take it. What do you think it felt like, Sherry? A jellyfish?
Lady Craven is not who she seems.
Excuse me, just one question.
I would never refuse a nobleman, but I know nothing, sir.
Can I ask you a question?
Sir, I don't know. Try asking someone else.
Time to check your who, what, and what, Sherry. Who are you asking? About what and dressed as what?
Lady Craven is not who she seems. Remember her behavior in the hall? Lady Craven is not who she seems. Remember her... Lady Craven is... Lady Craven is... Lady Craven is...
Oh, well, I guess we'll have to try again. Remember to focus only on what's relevant. To the room.
Lady Craven is not... Lady Craven...
Oh, well, I guess we'll have to try again. Remember to focus only on what's relevant to the room.
Lady Craven... Lady Craven is not...
I was being very stealthy, Sherlock, and you threw it all away. Come on, pull yourself together.
Lady Craven is not who she seems. Lady Craven is... Lady Craven is not...
You're here, at last. I didn't do that. I swear, I found her this way.
Well, I did have some questions for her, but it seems I've arrived too late. Now it's a matter for the police.
Mr. Holmes, you said it yourself. They're children. They'll only make things worse. You promised me you would investigate.
Investigate a theft, not a murder. Fear not. I will tell them all I've uncovered.
Please help me. The police will surely accuse me of Emma's death. You are the only one who can find the truth.
Fine, but only because it's slightly more interesting than the walls of my room. Tell me what happened.
Look, after you left, I waited in the seance room until the servants locked up Mr. Gallici, the medium.
And was your mistress there too?
Oh, so you know? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. Regardless, the staff took Emma to her room. She was still feeling dizzy.
So you didn't follow her. Interesting. Where did you go instead?
To the bar. It had been almost an hour.
I see. And how long did you stay?
I partook of a well-earned whiskey or two before retiring upstairs. Ask anyone there.
Is Mr. Gallici still being held? And where did the servants secure him?
He's in room 225. But that pigeon-livered man at the reception desk refused to give me the key.
Well, I will have to visit reception myself then. Perhaps he will listen to reason. Now we arrive at the tragedy at hand. So what transpired after your detour to the bar?
I headed up to my room to find Emma on the bed. I didn't pay her much attention at first. I was still preoccupied with that damned medium. But when I realized she was silent, I drew closer and discovered she was dead. What's more, the diamond lay right there beside her.
Oh, well, that is splendid news.
Splendid? The return of the diamond will be cold comfort if I live out my days in a jail cell. You must help me.
Let me see what I can find.
Barely an hour has passed and you already have yourself a murder mystery, Sherlock. Why am I not surprised?
Strangled with bare hands, judging by the bruises. This must be the missing diamond. A tremendous specimen, now forever tainted. Everything was tipped out of the bed as if it was searched.
Do you think she stole the stone?
It's certainly possible, but we won't get her confession now.
Well, there is a professional medium right next door. So young and so dead. Another mystery to investigate, my friend.
A remarkably simple lock. Aha, a neat hiding place. Why would she conceal all of this? Fard Rouge Calomel Mascara, a real altar of beauty for the travelling temptress. Several £1,000s, that's quite a fortune. Several £1,000s, that's quite a fortune. Virtus Audacta Sapit, courage tastes bold. A unique family motto. This ring looks out of place among the others, and the design is familiar.
The mystery deepens. A victim with a checkered past, And poor taste.
Someone was not happy with his post. Someone was not happy with his post. Give me the key to Luca Galici's room. I need to talk to him about the events of the séance.
I suppose you are an impartial outsider. All right, but please do not give it to Lord Craven. We do not want to see our reputation damaged further.
Awkward. They still don't know what a nasty surprise awaits upstairs.
Hush. No need to cause another ruckus. The last thing we want is the police to come meddling. I'm afraid I can wait no longer to hear your account of the séance, Mr. Galici. So please, tell me what you saw.
Lady Craven wanted to meet the spirit of the Raja. My conjuration was successful. Perhaps even too successful. I am sure the spirit was the only one who could have taken the diamond. Lord Craven needs to leave me alone.
Do you think the police will believe you?
Of course. I didn't take anything. And spiritual phenomena are beyond their control. Or should I summon the ghost again so they may attempt to handcuff it?
I think I would prefer to begin my investigation in the physical realm. I have shocking news that changes your situation entirely. Oh, no, wait. What am I thinking? The spirits will have told you this already.
I'm not in the necessary state for summoning. The spirits preferred clarity of mind and soul. Please, tell me.
Lady Craven died in the very next room while you were in here. Did you not hear anything?
What? How? In fact, I did hear noises. That Craven is a very loud man, but I never thought he would do that to his wife.
Well, you claim to be a medium. Perhaps you could ask her spirit why.
What? No, it's too dangerous.
Oh well, at least I can make the dead talk. Those scratches on your hands look rather painful. What happened to you?
It was those savage servants. They were so rough bringing me here as if I was trying to escape. When I'm free, I'll demand compensation. Sorry, that's beyond my expertise. This object simply isn't resonating with me.
That's a remarkable pin of yours, Mr. Galici. Does it have any meaning?
The butterfly? It's a reminder of a time in which I was truly happy.
What a coincidence. Lady Craven had a ring with the same design.
A coincidence indeed. I suspect it is a common theme in jewelry.
Do you always travel with your books, Mr. Galici?
I do. In my line of work, one needs resources available to help deal with the unpredictable and unworldly.
You always take me to the best of places, Sherry.
A familiar substance. It's the ectoplasm that stained the seance table, but this time, there's enough for analysis. Tools and accessories for masterful prestidigitation.
Or weapons and defenses against visitors from the great beyond.
Someone is making the most of his stay.
Can you blame the man? I'd say he's not ordering enough.
This is all just a big misunderstanding. The spirits confirm.
My faith in this medium has burst, just like a rubber balloon.
Could you help me?
I'll help you, sir. You have my full attention.
Are you able to help me?
Oh, sir, I'm afraid I don't know about that.
Would you like another? Would you like another?
Now you're in your element, Sherry.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Don't take it personally, sir. But I know nothing about this.
May I ask you something?
I'd tell you if I knew, but unfortunately, I don't.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
Do you know anything about this?
I can't help you with that, sir.
Could you help me?
Oh, I'm sorry, but that's beyond my knowledge.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
Do you know anything about this?
I'm so sorry. I can't help you, sir.
Could you help me?
I can't help you with that, sir.
Oh, I am bored. Call me when you find the answer.
Do you know anything about this?
Sorry, but I've never heard of it.
Pardon, monsieur, but... I am not in the mood to talk.
Those are the sharp eyes of a man with a bright mind. Almost like mine.
Get to the point, Mr. Holmes. I doubt I can help with this. Stop wasting time. The murderer is getting away. Stop wasting time. The murderer is getting away. Stop wasting time. The murderer is getting away.
I found these jewels secreted away. Are you familiar with them?
Ah, it cannot be so. That deceptive wagtail. How could she do this?
That sounds like a yes.
These items were supposedly stolen from us during our trip. I must have spent hours reporting it all to the police. And it turns out she had them all along. The trollop. I'd kill her myself were she not dead already.
I am needed elsewhere. Do you realize just how dangerous it is to hold phosphorus in the mouth?
I beg your pardon?
I'll bet it makes your rubber balloons glow impressively in the dark, but you'll regret it when the hypertension and vomiting sets in.
You mock my talent, sir. You shouldn't be so flippant about things beyond your earthly understanding. How ignorant one must be to compare a spirit's ectoplasm with balloons.
It was merely a word of caution. We both know how match factory workers look after several years on the job. Luca Gallici, I know you murdered Lady Craven, and I can prove it.
That would be a grand story for the newspapers. But where's your proof? I was locked in here and could not hurt a fly.
As for the motive, it's obvious that you deduced that Lady Craven was the real thief. Of course, it helped that this was not your first encounter with Miss Emma.
I am... I don't know what you're talking about. How on earth can you believe this?
I think the police will easily find the proof when they browse their archives. Yes, the locked room. Good of you to mention it. I inspected the door between the rooms, and the lock on it is piteous. You could open it with a penknife.
So I am now a burglar, as well as a thief and a murderer?
Your wrists are bloodied, and there's no way a servant's manhandling could cause such an injury. It was Lady Craven as you strangled her.
You are fantasizing, Mr. Holmes.
It is done, Luca. You will be arrested. Your best strategy now is to confess and hope your reasons were justified.
I don't know how you figured it out. But yes, I killed her. I had to. This woman could not get away with ruining my life twice.
Twice?
I knew Emma before she was a lady. I mean, she pretended to be noble back then too. But only so our gang, the Moths, could steal from those snobs. She betrayed us, stole all our money and disappeared, leaving us to rot in jail. I was young. I spent 3 years in that hell.
And tonight, she tried to set you up again. Did she recognize you?
She didn't. I came to her afterwards, pleading that she drop this farce, but she laughed in my face. I just remembered my time in the clink, all I suffered while she indulged. Then I grabbed her throat.
Murder is murder, Luca. You could have told Lord Craven the truth and seen Miss Emma's downfall, but you could not restrain yourself.
He would never believe me.
We will never know. Still, perhaps a jury will be more easily swayed. If not, you'll get to see your friends in jail again soon.
We'll meet again, Holmes. I will get you, in this life or the next. Get your hands off me.
He murdered the woman who put him in jail. Should we be worried?
Fear not, John. Unlike Miss Emma, I will see him coming.
That was too much fun, Sherry. I'm buzzing. Buzzing. Wasn't it fun?
A woman died, John. I was too slow to the truth, too hesitant to intervene. How can you...
Oh, lighten up. Those people made their choices. If you swan about with a diamond in your pocket, that's what happens. Wealth is a weakness.
So we must blame those who covet it.
With enough money on the line, Sherlock, a man will do just about anything. Even murder. And then we get to solve it.
I suspect you perhaps cannot grasp the true horrors of mortality, John.
Oi, I am aware of my perilous existence, thank you very much.
I must admit, even if the outcome of the adventure was imperfect, there was some pleasure to be had in the puzzle.
Well, Cordona seems more depraved and decadent than we thought. I bet you'll get another chance.
A bet, you say?
Ah, figure of speech. Just a figure of speech.
Ah, damn. Well, take one last look at the view, then we must be off. It's time to do what we came here for.
A free ride for every hotel visitor. Just tell me where to go. Is everything all right? If you don't feel up to it, I won't tell anyone.
It's just a goodbye, John. It won't be difficult. I've already come to terms with my mother's passing.
So you really don't remember?
To what do you refer?
The funeral. Sherlock, you were distraught. At first, I thought this visit would dredge up those feelings, but you've been remarkably level.
John, I think I was too young to understand. It's why I'm visiting her grave. To remember her.
I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry.
Don't mind me, sir. I'm just a loyal servant of my craft.
I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you.
May I ask for your assistance?
It's funny when someone like you asks someone like me for help.
May I ask you something?
It's funny when someone like you asks someone like me for help. Everyone's looking at us, Sherry. You sure you know what you're doing?
May I ask for your assistance?
Your money doesn't impress me.
May I ask for your assistance?
A man like you should not speak to a man like me.
Time to check your who, what and what, Sherry. Who are you asking, about what, and dressed as what?
Are you able to help me?
Why should I care about your troubles when you don't care about mine?
May I ask you something?
Why should I care about your troubles when you don't care about mine? Time to check your who, what and what, Sherry. Who are you asking, about what, and dressed as what?
Help me, please.
Your money doesn't impress me.
Help me, please.
A man like you should not speak to a man like me.
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry. You sure you know what you're doing? I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you.
Don't mind me, sir. I'm just a loyal servant of my craft.
I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you. I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate. And I'm sure it will come back to you. I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you. I thought you wanted to remember, Sherry. Concentrate, and I'm sure it will come back to you.
Excuse me, just one question.
Mr. Fancy Clothes won't find any answers here.
Mycroft was adamant that we leave for London immediately after the funeral. He never told me why, but I saw how unsettled he was by the long requiem. The service was sparsely attended. Though my parents were buried separately, the pastor said they're united in heaven. I didn't believe him even then. I wanted to see her one last time before the coffin was interred and say how I loved her. The chance never came. I feel rather faint.
You're fine, you're fine. It's over now. You remembered everything. It will get easier soon.
A pocket watch? It seems familiar, John. Why is it here? Rest in peace, Violet Holmes. Goodbye, Mother. This watch was a gift. My mother's initials are engraved on it. The piece is in good condition. It must have been placed here only recently. A candle in a small puddle of wax. It cannot have been lit for more than half an hour.
Is this really how you want to spend this time?
It is my mother's pocket watch, John. Who put it here and why? Are you not in the slightest bit interested? A man in fashionable shoes stood near the tomb. The size of the prints suggests he is approximately 5.5 feet tall.
You were about to tell me the make and model of tyre, but let me assure you, I do not care.
Ah, that looks going to be very impressive. Come on then, the trail continues ahead. Are you able to help me?
It's funny when someone like you asks someone like me for help.
He mustn't be far away to leave it unattended.
A portable easel was kept there. The hospitaller crypts. If memory serves, they're located at the far end of the cemetery around an old tree. I hope that inspiration strikes upon visiting these beautiful vaults. At the very least, you'll enjoy the view. Yours, Mercurio. It's stained with oil paint.
An artist working in a cemetery? Do you think he'd paint my portrait?
Oh, it's that ridiculous artist from the hotel.
Be nice, Sherry.
Mr.
Make
Holmes,
friends.
Did you come for another portrait? No, I jest. You gave quite the performance last night. The hotel was abuzz with your name. I must say I was rather absorbed in it all. The fallibility of men. Such scandal.
It was a welcome distraction.
Oh, my manners. I am Werner Vogel, art enthusiast and gallery proprietor.
Mr. Vogel, I was perhaps too curt when last we spoke.
Speak no more of it. Travel takes it out of any man, never mind when this is your destination. Once I learned who you were, the pieces fell into place. Your mother was well liked on Codona in her time here. I was sorry to hear of her passing.
How did you come to possess my mother's pocket watch?
Oh my! It is quite something to witness those powers of deduction firsthand. Yes, I left you her timepiece. After her death, there was an estate sale. All of Cordona's elite picking of her remains. I couldn't let such a lovely thing go to those vultures. When I learned your name, I could no longer keep the watch in good conscience. It is yours by right, and I knew you'd find it here.
Thank you. I'd forgotten all about it, but the moment I saw it, I knew it was hers. Amazing what the young mind forgets and the older can recall. Rather odd, loitering in a cemetery.
I suspect you'll win, but I'm here for my art. There's beauty everywhere if you look, even in decay. A little darkness brings out the light. Now, a diligent observer might note that you too are loitering in a cemetery. What brings you here? Closure answers penance?
Closure, I suppose.
And what is closure? Mere proximity?
Understanding. Acceptance.
You didn't understand from afar. You had to come here to accept the truth of her death?
Of course I understand. She died of consumption, drowning in her own blood.
Your mother?
Yes, my mother.
I must have been misinformed. I'd heard otherwise.
Otherwise than consumption?
No, you'd know better than I. I'd heard talk of a police investigation, but Cordona is a notorious gossip. And what does it matter? She's passed on either way.
She has.
Well, I shall intrude no longer. I'll leave you to your closure. Do stop by the gallery if your travels permit. Farewell.
Are you all right, Sherry? Take as long as you need.
Whatever I need, it isn't here. We should explore Cordona. Perhaps there are archives that may shed further light.
He's odd, Sherry. Even odder than I.
May I ask you something?
A man like you should not speak to a man like me.
Excuse me, just one question.
If I knew the answer to that, I'd have your suit in exchange.
Not bad. Hey.
Extra! Extra! Look at what you've done! Criminal Luca Gallici, posing as a medium, confesses to the strangulation of a noblewoman. The cheapest news on the island. Thank you.
Stark do this, Stark do that. I'm not a clerk, damn it. How am I supposed to get those records now? Yes? What is it? Would you like to report a crime?
No, I wouldn't. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I want to use the police archives.
Wouldn't we all?
I'm serious.
So am I. Officer Logan locked himself inside and he's not letting anyone in.
What happened exactly?
A tailoress from Scaladio's been robbed. Logan spent 2 whole days at the shop sketching the thief, and she still insists that it's all wrong. That shrew drove him up the wall, she did.
Would you mind if I talk to this tailoress? I could get you the sketch in no time.
Get off your high horse, mister. You think you're better than our sketch artist?
Actually, I'm quite certain I am. Let me prove it.
Well, I see no harm in it, as long as it gets Logan out of there. In fact, I need to look up some records too. Here's the address. Good luck.
May I ask for your assistance?
That's not something I know, sir. Someone else might know more.
Could you help me?
That's not something I know, sir. Someone else might know more.
You obviously haven't thought this all through. Or are you just annoying these people on purpose?
Help me, please.
It's funny when someone like you asks someone like me for help.
Help me, please. Don't be angry with me, sir, but I don't know.
You obviously haven't thought this all through.
May I
Or are
ask
you
for your
just annoying
assistance?
these people on
Nothing I can
purpose?
tell you, sir, but others might know more.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
A man like you should not speak to a man like me.
May I ask you something?
His Majesty came out of his palace. I know nothing.
Time to check your who, what and what, Sherry. Who are you asking? About what and dressed as what?
I'm pleased to meet you, ma'am. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm here to sketch the thief for the police investigation.
Oh, another one. I hope you'll be more patient than the previous sketches, signore.
Can you describe the thief for me?
He was all ugly and beat up looking. An utter rascal if ever I'd seen one. He gave me a nasty look from behind his glasses and then made himself scarce.
And that's it? Could you be more specific?
He was a total villain, I told you. How much more specific do you want me to be?
All right, never mind. I suggest we do it differently. You have a great many clothes here, haven't you?
Why, of course, but they're not for sale. I only do tailoring and mending.
No matter. I'll attempt to disguise myself as the thief, and you'll tell me if I get it right.
As you wish, Senor Holmes.
Where can I find the clothes?
They're in my workshop at the back. Be careful, won't you?
What can I do for you, Sherlock? Look at this old chap putting on airs like some Italian doge. Why don't you disguise yourself as him instead?
We have a job to do, John.
Oh, come on, at least do him first.
Uncle Giovanni? Oh, signore, you look exactly like my uncle. He's the grandson of the Doge of Venice, you know. I knew you reminded me of someone. You are as alike as two peas. Perhaps you have some royal blood in you, too.
That is flattering, I suppose, but I sincerely doubt it, Mum.
He's a doge. Now that's a deduction.
He's not an actual doge.
If you say so, my lord, the doge.
those clothes are wrong. He was dressed in a very fancy beige suit. Must have stolen it from someone. No doubt about it.
All right, I've got it.
He did wear glasses, but not like those. His were angular and evil-looking.
All right, I'll try another pair.
Something isn't right. Something isn't right. Your face is too innocent now.
What do you mean, too innocent?
There was something evil about his face. Like a moustache. Yes, the kind that all villains twirl as they plot their evil plans.
I'd say that not all villains wear moustaches, but I get your point, Mom.
He was wearing a hat. Didn't I tell you about the hat? It didn't go well with his suit. That man had no dress sense at all.
Well, what did it look like?
Oh, just a regular hat, you know, black. Something isn't right. Something isn't right. Something isn't right.
John has wares if you have coin.
Something isn't right. 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 Something isn't right.
What can I do for you, Sherlock?
Can't leave just yet.
John has wares if you have coin.
Something isn't right. Something isn't right. Ah, it's you. I mean, it's him. It's him.
Excellent. Now I can make a sketch and take it to the police.
Yes, please do. That rascal is still on the loose. I hope they are better at catching than sketching.
Before I go, Mum, are you quite certain that you don't have any clothes to sell?
Well, I suppose you can take the police uniform. An officer forgot it here years ago, and I don't have any use for it. If you want to buy clothes, visit the outfitters. You can find them all over Codorna. I hear they even do free rentals now. Let me show you where the nearest one is.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, signore.
John has wares if you have coin.
Hello again, officer. I've spoken to the tailoress and made a sketch of the thief. It was child's play.
No, really? And she didn't give you any trouble?
No, no trouble at all. She was quite tolerable.
Huh. Who would have thought? Hey, Logan, we've got the sketch. Come on out.
Can I use the archives now?
Well, they're generally not accessible to the public, but you really helped us out, so I'll just turn a blind eye.
I appreciate it, officer.
What did you say your name was? Holmes? Come and see me after you're done. I may have a proposition for you, Mr. Holmes.
Excuse me, just one question.
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Can I ask you a question?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Excuse me, just one question.
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
Time to check your who, what and what, Sherry. Who are you asking, about what and dressed as what?
Is this familiar to you?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I'd tell you if I knew, but unfortunately, I don't.
John, I just recalled that we were living here on Cordona in a manor. And there was a policeman.
Really? What else do you remember? What happened to our mother?
The memory was vague, a mere flash. I have to find our house.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
I'm done with the archives for now. Can I help you with anything else?
As a matter of fact, you can. The thing is, our chief inspector has vanished, as if we weren't undermanned enough as it is.
Wait, what do you mean, vanished?
Gone missing on a case. Shady business, but that's besides the point. See that board? Pending cases are posted there for any available officers to investigate. I would take them myself, except that I've been told to work the reception desk, like some clerk. Yes, we're that short-handed.
I understand your predicament, but what does any of it have to do with me? I may be available, but I'm certainly not an officer.
Oh, don't...
Well, I'm not one to balk at a spot of exercise. What must I do?
That's the spirit. Sergeant Ermy will show you the ropes. Follow me.
So, you're a newcomer. We must be desperate to ask untrained civilians for help.
You're lucky to have a well-trained civilian with a brand new auto pistol in his arsenal.
An automatic? A bit of a braggart, aren't you?
Are you trying to test me already?
That is why you're here, boy. I need to verify your skills before I can allow you to catch criminals. The first targets are in the next room. You know what to do with them. I'll join you in a while to see the results.
Concentrate, Sherry. You need to hit every target to show the sergeant how we do it.
proceed to the next room. Meanwhile, I'll fill out the paperwork.
Come on, Sherry. It's just like in childhood. Steady, Sherry. Steady. My favourite mannequins for attack. Let's strike them ninja style. Aim for where you might take advantage, and don't forget the environment.
I could do this all day.
Please don't, Sherry. We don't have that much. Our enemies might be stronger than us, but we rely on our wits. Shoot off their armour.
Hooray!
All right, let's move on, Sherry. If you stand here... Uh-oh, Sherry. Uh-oh, Sherry. Not a nice shot. You could have killed the fella if he was alive. Ah, Sherry, you've guessed that you can't use the powder when he has a helmet. I've been sending you brain signals.
Helpful advice, John. I would never have guessed.
Good job, new boy. Well, I'm almost finished with the paperwork. Let's talk about your results.
Uh-oh, Sherry. Uh-oh, Sherry. Uh-oh, Sherry. Not a nice shot. You could have killed the fella if he was alive. Uh-oh, Sherry. Not a nice shot. You could have killed the fella if he was alive. Sherry. Uh-oh, Sherry. Not a nice shot. You could have killed the fella if he was alive.
Well, I must say your results aren't as bad as I feared. Perhaps you're not completely hopeless, but true combat is quite different from shooting stationary targets.
I'll handle it just as easily.
Well, that's what we're going to find out. Now, we'll test you against our men. Your task is to detain them, not to kill them. So don't go shooting anyone in the eye. That goes for in the field as well. Even though you'll be working with the police department, that doesn't mean you have a license to kill. Here, take these. They are blank rounds. So, are you ready?
Always ready.
Then let's get cracking.
Worried?
Not at all. I can hit them all with one shot.
Good luck, Sherry, and remember, the surroundings are your playground. Good luck, Sherry, and remember, the surroundings are your playground.
I'm coming for you.
No, you killed him.
Stop. What do you think you're doing? You could have injured the poor fella. I can't allow you to carry a gun if you'll only use it to kill. Your task is to detain. Don't forget that. Once again, without the brutal shootout this time. Let's start over, boys. I'm coming.
I couldn't miss the party. It won't work this way.
I'm coming for you.
I couldn't miss the party.
I'm coming. I'm coming for you. I couldn't miss the party.
Too simple.
I'm coming for you.
Oh, you killed him!
Stop. What do you think you're doing? You could have injured the poor fella. I can't allow you to carry a gun if you'll only use it to kill. Your task is to detain. Don't forget that. Once again, without the brutal shootout this time. Let's start over, boys. I'm coming for you.
Take a rest, my friend. Too simple.
The snuff's ready. Can overcome the brute now.
Don't cry, you'll live.
Give him the pepper snuff.
That's enough. You've proved yourself. Congratulations on the arrests. I can't believe you did so well with the close combat.
I did tell you that I'm well trained.
Well, do the same on the street, and you'll be well rewarded for every arrest you make. Here is your certificate. You are now an authorized crime scene consultant. Well, it's now your duty to make this city a safer place. Cordona won't ever forget it, but at the same time, it will never remember. I'll tell Stark all the necessary details about your successful certification. Congratulations.
Now you're a certified crime scene consultant. Congratulations.
Thank you, my friend. Now, shall we head for Stonewood Manor?
Don't know. You have the whole island to investigate. It's all up to you.
Hello.
Excuse me, just one question.
Do you know, I'd rather bite a snake than talk to you.
Help me, please.
Hey, Toff. You have exactly 1 minute to get lost.
Time to check your who, what, and what, Sherry. Who you are. Asking about what and dressed as what.
I couldn't miss the party.
Ow! Don't bother moving. You've lost. Excuse me. Don't cry, you'll live.
The snuff's ready.
Take a rest.
Give him the pepper snuff. It won't work this way.
I'm coming. Eat lead! I couldn't miss the party.
Too simple.
The snuff's ready. It's all yours now.
I'm coming. I couldn't miss the party.
Give him the pepper snuff.
I'm coming for you.
Don't. The snuff's ready.
Dodge this!
Weaken him first.
I'm coming for you.
Too simple.
Give him the pepper snuff. We can overcome the brute now. Weaken him first.
I couldn't miss the party. Eat lead!
No more. The snuff's ready. I thought we were against murder.
I'll put you 6 feet under.
It's all your... No, you killed him. Can overcome the brute now.
Don't bother moving.
You give him the pepper snuff.
All the newspapers are sold out.
Hey, Sherry, there's post here, and it seems as if the letter was delivered recently.
After reading that, I am even less eager to return home. Than before. Let's investigate our manor.
That's the mic.
There she is. Our old manor. It's smaller than I remember.
You were a couple of feet shorter back then, Sherry. Or maybe it's bigger on the inside.
Look at the ash all over the door. I don't recall hearing of a fire.
We don't have to stay here. You can afford another night or two at the hotel.
It's stuck.
Oh well, let's just head back. They probably haven't even stripped our room yet.
Come on. Must be locked.
Move aside. Let me have a go. Seems fine. Look around, Sherlock. I'm sure you'll discover something.
Why does this barn give me such an unpleasant feeling?
Oh, I know. It's because Mycroft used an axe to shoo you out of here. It scarred you for life, but I enjoyed it.
I did not expect these to still be here. It was enjoyable to practice using real handcuffs to make an arrest.
Hey, that's Wooden Joe. He was always the best at playing criminals.
And this must be the reason our suspect was apprehended. Wood and glass, oh, very precious. An irreplaceable tool for catching a thief. Funny, Wooden Joe reminds me of the trouble we once got in with the police. Do you remember, John?
Somewhat. Maybe we can recall more details. A manor all to ourselves. Can you believe it, Sherry? I have so many ideas. The manor all to ourselves. Can you believe it, Sherry? I have so many ideas.
The policeman brought us both home, John. That's why he was here.
I'm pretty sure he brought something else with him too. Do you remember what it was? I bet it was our reward.
No, we were not so lucky. It was a set of lockpicks that we had used to sneak into someone's house. That's why we were arrested.
Did someone come out to investigate all the commotion?
It was Mycroft. He smoothed things over and convinced the policeman not to press charges. The officer left and never returned. But we had to endure a serious talking to from my brother. Mycroft wasn't happy about the fact that we were arrested. It felt like he lectured us for hours.
Did we give him something afterwards, Sherry?
Oh, yes. Yes, now I remember. It was a letter. That's why we snuck into the house. Mycroft asked us to. He wasn't angry we stole, but that we got caught.
Oh, that's right. It must have been only a couple of months after we moved to Cordona. Ugh, the good old days. Whoa.
How very odd. It appears that memory stood between me and the manor. It's as if my mind palace had seeped into the real world. This deserves further investigation. Perhaps there's more to discover inside.
As long as there is a comfortable place to put my feet up, I'll be happy. Maybe a chaise longue.
Aha! In we go.
Home sweet home. And I was wondering why it's so empty in here.
There may be a small chance that some of our property could be found among local traders' wares. Hey, this is the luggage we brought from London, isn't it? Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it. Something did happen that day, but no one can tell us the details. How can that be?
Agreed. It's rather... suspicious.
Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it. One of the first things I saw when entering this house as a child. Mycroft's umbrella. The only outgoing thing in his wardrobe.
Another memory incoming, Sherry.
Strange. I struggle to recall anything about the day we moved in. The only detail I'm sure of is that it was raining early that morning. Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
I heard footsteps upstairs a second ago. Wait, do we have an attic here?
I remember how angry Mycroft was about these marks. He called it a frivolous, childish endeavor. think our family portrait used to hang here. Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
I heard footsteps upstairs a second ago. Wait, do we have an attic here? Home sweet home, Sherry.
Hey, this is the luggage we brought from London, isn't it?